Okay. Gee, Dwayne, look. What is it?
Wow, looks like a poster.
What's it say?
What? It says Cornerstone '89, family reunion, all kinds of stuff. And there's gonna be like people like Charlie Peacock and Larry Norman and Crucified and Crucified and of course Adam again, of course.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Let's go.
Yeah.
Here we are cruising down the highway.
Don't let the devil rob you of what you got to do. If I could do.
Hi, I'm Pat, and this is Bud's Garage. And we just took a big trip to.
You get out of that. Why don't you get out of that?
Hey, shh. We just got back from Chicago.
Give me a staple.
We were at a festival
Right there. Where you going?
called Cornerstone '89.
Come on.
It's about the best thing.
Don't tell me what side to put it up.
I know. You guys, we're on TV.
As I was saying, we were at a festival called Cornerstone '89. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's about the best thing I've ever been to, and of course we took the cameras along and taped the whole trip. And so tonight, what we're going to show you is our home movies of our vacation.
Here we are cruising down the highway
Where are we going?
to Cornerstone Festival,
Where's it at?
Chicago.
When are we going to get there?
Real soon.
All right.
Over there, see the one with the 2 points on it? That's the Sears Tower. That's the big, or it was, or something. That was a big headquarters for Sears. But I used to live, if you went to the Sears Tower and then went like straight that way for about like 2 miles, and then turned right and went like 6 blocks, that's where I live. Well, here we are looking for a campsite, and I don't know if over here we got some people, and this is the stage over here. Well, we'll get a better shot of the stage in a little while.
What was your favorite band?
One Bad Pig.
Charlie Peacock.
Yeah.
Adam again.
Tony O'Kay.
Choir.
Hey, Howard. Hey, they were good. Yeah.
Mylan.
There's somebody on the show tonight that hasn't been on before. This is Linda Dunn, and this is my wife. We've been married for 15 years. Well, actually, she's helped do the show before, but she usually runs the camera, so you can't see her.
We wore lots of different styles, hairstyles, clothing styles.
Big hair.
Lots of big hair. And
Colored hair.
Colored hair. And the fellow that had the mohawk that was about 12 inches high.
That was nice.
That was
I wish
nice.
I could have one like that.
can go back to the 20s and find flappers here today. You can. I mean, anything in the 1980s, 90s, anything goes, because I think we've lost the fad generation. Fads have gone out, and now we're coming to an age where we look at TV shows like Leave It to Beaver. Kids today, they're looking at TV shows like Leave It to Beaver, and they're seeing that, and it's like they like that fashion because they haven't seen it for a while, so it's all coming around again.
Thing that guy's hair there.
What, this?
Yes.
Well, that's called flesh. It's the good skin that's exposed. Many people have that good thing. They also have these, you know, those are cool.
I say if God wanted everyone to look the same, he probably would have created them looking the same. You got your basic tie-dye, the classic tie-dye. I think for me, I think it's old, but it's I really hate it. No offense, I hate tie-dye, but I mean it's still alive and it works. It kind of goes along with the whole kind of style.
Hi, Jerry. We're looking at Cornerstone pictures.
Good. I haven't seen these
Hi,
yet.
Jer. Remember the mural that we did?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody worked on it. It was really hard. Alex was really into it.
Yeah. In the beginning, it was just white with black outline.
Well, this mural ended up, it was 40 feet long and at least 10 feet high, because I'm 5 feet tall, and it was at least double me, so it was really huge. The finished product was just awesome.
Took a lot of people, a lot of work.
A lot of paint.
Long recognized as a leader in the audio industry, Bose would like to introduce you to the Bose Acoustomass built-in music system. Featuring the best quality sound available, this system is designed to be custom installed into new or existing homes. We at ESCO Incorporated will design the system to be aesthetically blended into your home. The system consists of an in-wall AM/FM tuner with fold-out CD and speakers placed throughout different rooms of your house.
We sell comics. We sell more than just comics.
For all your gardening needs, come to Espen Shades Greenhouse in Brookerville along Route 322.
Provident Bookstore is more than books. Provident is office supplies. Provident is gifts. And Provident has one of the largest selections of Christian music in South Central Pennsylvania. Provident bookstores are located at the Lancaster Shopping Center and Park City Mall, with stores also in Ephrata and New Holland.
This is where the Bud's Garage staff lives.
Can we get a better look here?
Yeah. Here's the U-Haul trailer that we brought.
from Pennsylvania. And this is all the people here. And
Betty, she's I've seen her on
there's
the show.
Betty. Here's Dave Baker. You remember him from the couple of shows he was on. He did a video. Was on a show about. This is Alex. He's not been on the show. Dwayne runs camera usually. Jerry's ran camera before and has had extreme amount of organizational administration type roles in the show. This is Linda, the Reverend Mother, and she cooks mostly and runs camera and writes and makes me remember things like taking baths and stuff. Okay, now.
Can we go through here?
Now I want to go around the outside.
Well, I want to. Okay. Hey, here he is again, then.
Yeah, him. He's this would be the go out in the street. Excuse me. Would you like to make a comment on this art exhibit?
It's definitely different. What is it?
Well, it's. I'm sure it means something, spiritual. We were just discussing
I'm
it.
trying to figure out what, though. Have you asked the artist?
Well, I am the artist. And
you are the artist.
He and him is too. So, like, if we don't know, then.
Then I don't know.
We were hoping you would know.
You don't know, huh?
Did you go to art school or anything?
No.
Oh, we were really hoping to get.
I should have.
Somebody that went to art school. Would you have any idea of the interpretation of this art here, or you want to pull up so you can look at it better?
That mic needs to be like in there.
Okay, pull up so you can look at it there. What do you think it?
Well, like the way I see it, the TV set with the twigs growing out of it would kind of be a reflection of the staleness that has accompanied American life in the past 20 years. The TV obviously hasn't been moved in 20 years if a tree's growing through it. And it's reasonable to assume that the people who've been watching the TV have not moved in the last 20 years because there's a tree growing through it.
That's good.
Now you see the chair? The chair? Okay, these same people who've been sitting here for 20 years, they watch the TV, the chair.
Orange.
You see the chair?
Oh, yeah.
Orange chair. Now, the people who've been sitting here in 20 years, they've been sitting in a chair. I think this chair is a reflection of the squirming that people do while they're sitting and watching the TV with the tree root growing through it. It's a reflection of just what's left of you once you've watched TV for 20 years. Now this hubcaps with wings on it is, you sit there and you watch TV and you see all these cop shows and the people driving back and forth. But the people, if they don't leave their TV sets for 20 years, then they're never going to see their car. And that's what the hubcap with the wings is. It's a symbol of a part of a car just flying away, just beyond your grasp because you can't leave the TV for 20 years. And the pink flamingo's cool too.
What about you? You got?
I'll go along with what he said.
You agree with? Did you guys go to art school? Anything?
Yes, I'm a master's in trans fundamental messing around with things.
This is we think this is a style known as nouveau white trash.
Nouveau white trash.
It's more prevalent in the southern part of the United States.
Is that the European nouveau white trash or the African nouveau white trash?
No, it's the southern Appalachian.
Oh, southern Appalachian.
American folk.
Yes, fine.
Nouveau white trash. Usually normally with this style of art you would see a car on blocks with no wheels, but this is a moving art exhibit, so we couldn't.
Yes, without the wheels on the car. No, it kind of defeat the purpose.
We'll use this on TV maybe.
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you. What's your name?
I'm Larry Seligman. This is my identical twin brother, Greg.
Professor Larry. I've heard of you.
Well, you know, professor is such an idealism. I don't want to get hung up on titles, you know. I don't even capitalize the letters in my name.
There's a lot seen in everything, and music and art, and God can do a lot of things with it, and I'd like to, you know more about what God can do with that, and I'll learn that, you know. And at college, I'll be thinking about art a lot, and I do best with black and white, like graphite, things like that. I don't do much painting, so what I do is sort of general, and, you know, I don't know, I just do whatever I feel like, but mostly things like pencil and pastels. I sit down and draw something, like, you know how to just like come up with ideas or be creative, you just draw lines and see what it looks like and fill in everything else. I just draw lines and everything looks like people. It's really nice. I discovered that and I thought it was kind of neat. You know, people are really nice. People are beautiful. God made them beautiful. Oh, drawing and sculpture. I did this sculpture, and it was of a head, and I just thought I knew what a person looked like, and I don't. I don't know what people look like. I don't know what you look like. I see you. I don't know what I look like. Just to draw something or to sculpt it. I started the sculpture, and I thought I knew what a person looked like, and I didn't know what to do with the clay. You know, I just didn't know.
I think my main concern is being someone who's 32 years old, who's been in music all their life, was raised in a musical family, was raised in a family that vacillated back and forth between going to church and not going to church, and really having a secular mentality, even though having some flirtation with the church. And then later having a born-again experience where I really come face to face with Jesus, where I have to figure out how does this thing that I've done all my life, now how does that fit in with my relationship with God? I think what I'm interested in is really reaching young kids, okay, and establishing for them a basis to build their gifts upon, okay? And I think that I'm interested in helping them to understand that the only thing they have to conform to as an artist is the image of Christ. The only thing they have to conform to as an artist is the Word of God. And does what they do in their art contradict the Word of God? I think there's a lot of social trappings associated to what Christians do in art or don't do. And I think that my interest lies in hoping to break some of that down.
Lie down, Chris. Oh, oh. Lie down, lie down, lie down. Say, lie down. Lie down.
When we're talking about lie down in the grass, there's spiritual content to it, but it's not the 23rd Psalm, you know. I mean, even though, you know, I'm sure you could tie it into that, but really it was just to lie down in the grass to me was a metaphor for surrender. Because when we were little kids, we lived out in the country, and we would run through the real tall grass, and it was about this tall, and you could literally fall back into it, and it would catch you. And I liken that to knowing that if you fall back, you can fall into the arms of Jesus, and that God will catch you, you know. And you know, it was just my own little song. I guess probably more for me, you know. But I think that's indicative that, particularly with the Christian subcultures, that they will tend to overemphasize those things which aren't inherently biblical or inherently Christian, and then underemphasize those things that are sometimes.
Well, I hope you liked all the vacation movies. I know one thing is I'm going to try my best to go to Cornerstone again next year. It's a really good time, 4-day festival. Guess there's not much else to say except we'll see you here next time at Bud's Garage. Bye.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away.
If you want to know more about the Cornerstone Festival, here's the address you can write to. It's Jesus People USA, 4707 North Malden, Chicago, Illinois, 60640. Phone number is 1-312-989-2085. If you'd like to get Charlie Peacock's newsletter, write this address. It's called West Coast Diaries, Post Office Box 210694, Nashville, Tennessee, 37221-0694. He sends that out periodically and it's free. If you'd like to get in touch with me to find out about all these other addresses, here's my address. And by the way, I still don't need any money.